Abusua ya makwaba shonko so eba POG Media so ene yere meko highway ne so highway ne de ensem bebre so a yen so ya je pene se ebe mi abedwafo no ahu de ekọ ene de eba na den na ekọ so ewo highway ne so eye Bossman Asare EC boss ene J.Mensah ena yakwa akohu se omo ye transfer of voter enye asam ketwa kra NDC Gǔrǔs no ababonten ababe strike on J.Mensah and Bossman Asare enye asam ketwa akwa ntino oko eye EC headquarters a chese tension ewo ho gidigidi a enye asam ketwa akwa na chese J.Mensah no ekwan a ofa so a one NPP amanyuko no ene Akuffo aka abu ma mo pese omorege 2024 December elections ne de enye asam ketwa akwa na transfer of vote no na yakwa akọchi omo Mugabe aba be drop hot details a enye asam keto akwa busua ye be pese be me abedwafo no be me akọ na yakwa akoti ensema e course na answer na ye be kono o ensem kan bi afa hye ye comment section like na share ma afofo so answer into me enter bi madam ase.
Why from Nsema, Dr. Nyawo Tamaklo, former Ghana ambassador to Serbia, former GFA president, what the Nsembi atu Sema, Dr. Nyawo Tamaklo, Ekani Nansem, Usha Electoral Commission, Ote Akunyansi Sisiana, Adese Nejuma Oye, Nejuma Nye Papa, Sansa Timamufo, Entumi Entina baby, near you within every one constituency near Makupi Mo Pusiga Abra, Womuni Muhe, na the Eco Swing Electoral Commission, a year mame, a J.Mensah. Ni kunu afre Dr. Nyawo Tamaklo se moaben dia ne ekoso Nyawo Tamaklo se asumdwe betimi aba onto ne yere J.Mensah for se onye the right thing. Nyawo Tamaklo se o ma no yete tambom so ba bia nema ekono enya de a ekoyie letter commission nema wo ye ni nyina no wo ye to favor the ye aban a wote esui na nema wo ye nyina no ahwe ya wodi wo ye ne na ebetumi de aba o my Ghana mu eno ama enei Dr. Nyawo Tamaklo nsema okaye no edimputupru meeting ama letter commission afrese ene efri sabre koye omune sentwefo eba bedinhye mu de bekoso obia no ye de nyina be fri ho ede abrewo nemom yentie ensema Dr. Nyawo Tamaklo ede etudwa.
The elections we are going to have now, we have to be careful.
Are you worried?
I am worried. I am worried because of the behavior of the Electoral Commission. If there will be a problem, I'm coming.
You are a senior citizen. You can invite them. You can go to them. You can write to them.
Look, at times it's hard to think about certain things. You are right. You are right. The Electoral Commissioner, I know very, very well.
Oh, you know her?
I said very well. When I was a kid, I was a pet to his father, to her father, Dr. Bluku Aloti. Now, recently the husband called me. The husband I know very well, J.Mensah. I met him, and it was about how to have peace during these elections. And I told him, let your wife do the right thing.
You said that to him?
Oh, yes. He's alive. You can ask him. Let your wife do the right thing. Because what is happening now, if we are not careful and certain things are not put in place, the Electoral Commission will walk us into disaster. Mind my words, I'm telling you.
Are you not instilling fear in the people? Are you not causing fear and panic?
Fear. No. There are wrongs going on. And the wrongs must be put right. You follow me? There are wrongs going on. They know it. How can you transfer a whole group of people from a particular place to another place without their knowledge? They can't deny that. You follow me? And certain methods that they are using. If we want peace in this country, then we must be serious about it.
Dr. Nyawo Tamaklo and Amote and Kano statesman or Ghana how Kasa was say Mark my words. When your car says Ghana for to about Edema a Yanadua who learn a better lesson. Okay, you say mark my words. Also jakasa. Osimami wo be woke or the man we be ko ejam. Or say mu obe butu o man no. San say maybe I was ode to no on fan to ho. Na ni kunu afre wo no J.Mensah kunu afre Dr. Nyawota Makulu say the ekoso yi ekosem. Se ka kire wo yere say onye the right thing. Na niema enye. Breaking news. Sesia ekaseng. High Court ama order say Techima serve about 2 course 2020. Woma etutu okun omo mo prepare no yentua omo 270,000 Ghana cedis. 2.7 billion. High Court ruling omodi aba order omodi aba sesia eno no. Well, is it because Johnson has said, Katia say, Peace Park no, you best sign agreement now. There was a near maybe a year na muditum. As I'm not calling a court to say, Minim cross as him we never call to. The IGP so bet you more mutu nana. Damn by the bay. I was so west going on so no. You better see a compensate you man. Dear Nekoso, where you breaking news and they must see High Court to my order. Say 270,000 Ghana cedis. You try to amass our victims, no? Each 2.7 billion old Ghana cedis. Breaking news. And can't keja. Sahana what ya? What is some? Hana do a feeding no toa. What is some? I would do a cost of my Ghana. Dr. Nyawota Makulu kasa no. In less than 72 hours, electoral commission say omo central share mo on pusiga sa voter transfer issues no. Some say register no robust and what? Fit for elections. So what is wrong? Press conference, you know, say if all is well, dear no baba catch Ghana for. Sabi the same Jimina 1+1 was say 2 no, and this useless woman woman the first of the electoral commission on the boss man no 1+1 to me 5. This is logical reasoning. Say moko secondary school man mathematics logical reasoner me say way logic. Adetini timi transfer nipa more than 3,000. Adu omoko ato force in constituency. Your transfer will be without his or her knowledge. Adini free one constituency eko pusiga. Useless ones. And you are telling Ghanaians, as I say, sa register ya muoi credible. Bibia won't be a kama. Sabe. But Jimmy for the back and same way to Ghana for. Me wana wutu senya is our register no nipa ba could to me appear with different voters register code numbers. So phone some sabi Jimmy sama mo ya electoral commission no move say betra ho ya be han sa say J.Mensah fan ko wura menanum na my way jantum Ghana and sida the opposite Ghana and so no makasa say nipa no obeda don't pay my way ye so person di eja eto my way mu no obeda obenya safo ye buni be ya kana sem me see the on pay my Ghana ye pay my way say ye so my way eja to my way mu no say nipa no obeda Ghana will not die. So the late president at America no Ghana will not burn and Ghana will not die. But mum the any say ojina ho no wo hwe yie no ahwe ase. Those useless one baga bigger for now. One more case ye handy over power no. Emre no so yi. Ebi mu beto mirika and ma handy over. One more the two no be and niam omo so omo wa. One more the akaka be sam no omo be nyina no. Etu no me se wo to na to a wo be ye den. Wo di beto ho adwane. Yemu bi yakasa ye nim de aka ho. Yemu bi mesi yakasa. Yakasa se mawo, yakasa se mema. And they should be very careful. What be anyone betting me do on my way, Akojim. Rollins at the tour abaje or my way. A brasso yasa or see a quack kamima mikabia memono. Rollins at Yasia, Yato Aba, Emma Rollins winning. Ghanaians are renewing the mandate man another 4 years. A brasso ya in 2000 say a quack to Abaro. A man so yano, Ghana for a case, woman pair a year NDC ababium, woman bassam that time. Now President Mills were Vice President of the Republic of Ghana, second gentleman of the land. Now so Rollins ya with to abaje power. Asan yakwa democratic dispensation mono. Rollins handy over power peacefully to a year Omapenye da Akuffo. Let me take you straight to the Electoral Commission office. Live coverage in every Emerald. And I'm a guest, I hope Addo, Movement for Change, or Director for Special Duties. Yakote and Sema, Ekoso, our Electoral Commission office. Mesabania did Akenya Saba Betuamoso.
Voters list conversely contains all voters who have been transferred to the polling station within that period. In the preparations towards the 2024 exhibition exercise, the absent voters list and the transferred voters list inadvertently included all transfers that had been done since 2020 when this register was first prepared. This has resulted in a higher than expected number of absent and transferred voters. This understandably may have caused some anxiety to our stakeholders, as exemplified by the press conference addressed by the NDC in the Ejumaku Enyan Esiam constituency of the Central Region. The Commission has corrected this anomaly and will share with all the political parties the corrected absent and transferred voters list for each polling station that contains only those applicants who successfully applied for transfers or special voting for the 2024 general elections. It is also absolutely untrue that the Commission has added names to the voters register in a bid to rig the elections for a particular party. Those allegations are without merit and should be disregarded by the public. The EC has no intention of bloating the register to give any political party advantage over the other. As explained earlier, the cumulative transfer data from 2020, 2023, and 2024 were inadvertently summed up in the registers provided to the political parties. This has been corrected and the revised register will be provided after all corrections have been made. The revised transfer list will be shared with the political parties. It is a well-known fact that Ghana has one of the most transparent and inclusive electoral processes in Africa. From registration to declaration of results, all our processes are transparent, inclusive, and open to the political parties and the citizenry. Nothing is hidden. There are no secrets as far as our elections are concerned. Any interested party or citizen can with no effort obtain relevant information on all aspects of the electoral process. Therefore, the suggestion that the peace and the outcome of the election is hinged on the chairperson of the Electoral Commission is completely untrue. We urge the public to ignore statements, even from prominent citizens, that suggest that achieving peaceful elections in 2024 is somehow in the bosom of the chairperson of the Electoral Commission. This Electoral Commission and the Electoral Commission in general has nothing to hide. The Provisional Voters Register is a public document on display and is available online for voters to access in order to verify their details. This is not a secret document. At the end of the day, the final register will be made available to all the political parties as per the law and normal practice. And individuals who also want to have copies of the register can apply to the commission and they will be given copies. The preparation of the register is a human endeavor. There are bound to be mistakes. This is not the first time the commission has recorded mistakes during registration of voters and compilation of the voters register. This has been the case since 1992. The issues range from missing names, swapped photos and gender, wrong additions or omitted names, etc. This is not new, and this is not going to be the last. The exhibition of the Provisional Voters Register, as designed by law, is meant to correct mistakes. The law provides for inclusion of missing names, Removal of names that should not be on the register after due process. Removal of names that should not be on the exclusions list after due process. Correction of gender. Proper placement of voters in their polling stations, etc. This is exactly what the Commission is doing, as mandated by law. Since 2020, the Commission has made painstaking efforts to clean the register using a four-pronged approach. Through district electoral officers in the various districts, exhibition officers who work at the exhibition centers, voters who go to check their details at the exhibition centers, and our IT staff. This was not the case before 2020, and this has ensured a credible register that reflects those who qualify to be on it, while no qualified voter is left out. The public may recall that in 2020, the same negative propaganda was launched about the register during exhibition. The Commission used the issues that came up during the 2020 exhibition to clean the register to ensure it was credible. As a result, there was not a single complaint that came through about the register during and after the 2020 elections. At the end of the day, the 2020 elections were rated very highly by citizens as well as local and international election observers. We call on the public to reject statements that the register is not fit for the 2024 elections or that it is incurably defective. The register is robust and credible. At the end of the day, the final certified register will reflect corrections of all identified errors. Who gives out a document and make it openly accessible to all? Openly accessible to all if the intention is to add on illegal persons. It is important to note that the political parties have copies of the 2020 register, the 2023 register, records of the daily registration reports from the 2024 limited voters registration, and mop-up registration exercises. This is a transparent and inclusive process that is not exclusive to the EC. Therefore, unless they can show any proof, those alleging that the Commission is trying to cook data should be ignored. The Commission reassures the public and its stakeholders that the anomalies detected through the exhibition exercise and their correction do not in any way affect the validity of the voters' register and the ability of valid voters to vote on election day. As a Commission, we continue to demonstrate and reflect the values of transparency, integrity, and fairness in all our operations. We are fully mindful that the voters' register is the bedrock and foundation of an election. We are well aware that a credible voters' register is a sine qua non for a transparent, peaceful, and fair election. The Commission is committed to conducting and delivering free, fair, transparent, peaceful, credible, and inclusive elections in December 2024. We entreat the general public to support the Commission for successful general elections in 2024. We thank you very much for your attention. Electoral Commission, transparency and accountability in motion. Thank you very, very much for your attention.
Abaka Jimmy Samrawi was it registered robust and credible, but a human institution, and I say human endeavor, mistake beti me ayeden aba. Enti omo ba correct mistakes na ewo mu no. Na omo de register na ayeden ama political parties no. Na ansa na omo ba hand over register no to the various political parties no. Omo be make sure say omo be correct errors bi ayeden ewo ho. We mekasi wa Jimmy amobe kasi medina tem. Brofo no we na mo say o lecturer ewo University of Ghana Legon no. So mo ba correct mistakes no. It mo ba correct mistakes a wa admit say register no enye credible. So wa admit say mistakes wo ho na mo identify say mistakes ni nyina errors ni nyina nti mo ba correct Into the political parties be one modin, sabi Jimmy Force and one modin. NDC phone ye dede. Teme metewa na meto aba ewo ayatamale central. Na useless for way at transfer media kopu siga. On the election day na me kodu wa yesi medin. Ya transfer nipa over 3,000 omo ko atofo se ko so ase. Na yetna wo se yenya ne saa. Because agenda setting. Ode ye kwoti Jimmy for no twi a sabe ba Jimmy for no twi o ka no twi ye kwoti enwiem.
Ye bibi na obi anyamfaso na obi nso ho akyere na saa nyema ni nyina na ye hye na for se enya ade etwa se ye gitum esan se wo hwe exhibition na ye na exhibition ne buta ye nyina ne se ye the register no ye da register na di no obi ye hu se ne register no etie na infomso obi o register no ho abroni beka se ne ya correct. The exhibition na ye no ye dey here for corrections and can register ne ye pepepa and can running share and say yen sansesaye no ti ye the register ne ebe kire Ghana fo a na ga wo hwe no ebia na odi na meye ebia ba bi o register se ye fa onko ne koto aba no na ye ntumi afo ankoto ti sa ne ma ne ti na me ye exhibition na sa exhibition na nya afia na hyase every 1992 dia share sa de na se enti ya register bia ya exhibit register no sebe ya yimfumso bia wo hu bia ye besiesie no ti dia electoral commission pese Ghana fo nyina so tene se 2024 elections na ebe no register na ye de be adwuma no register che ejina na naso abro ni beka se robust credible register obia ochuro ni din bia so opeso oto aba bia no sa ni pakro no ni din be wom ba bi opeso oto aba no so bibia nso ebe ho na bibia atumi aye kama enye san ka bibi se na san ye te se ba bi o ha mo ye transfer no numbers na bro so na the commission kan nyina ne se numbers na bro so the koba ye ni nyina ne se ya keka bom no omo ye transfer ni bi 2020 and 2023 enye san de ka 2024 de no ho. And you have more ABR register 2024 transfers no na ye 100 2020 ne 2023 de na beka ho na no enye bibia se register ne kura na se the commission panning for ye ne se ya sansesaye no ti ya sansesaye na wie ne be san the register no so ama political parties no mo hu se ampa nipa na 2024 omo ye transfers no omo adi ena wo so na ya be wie na commission ka se che ya sebre bebre ya hu odin bebre sebe ya bere se 2024 elections no e wom se ya ye bi 2020 ma bibia ko kama de ba mpanifo de de ma bebre ato akwam sebe ya 2024 election bibia be ko kama bibia be ko che ye butai ni sebe ya kama che de ya nyina wo manimu na register na de be ne se ne mdi kan no bibia so betumi aye kama na enya Ghana fo nko ana e ba se hye ni monyam ewiase afa na nyina nso ebe hye omo animonyam enye ka bibi se 2020 na ye no mu media fo nyina mu bo mu nsema electoral commission local observers international observers na mu jitu mu se bibia eko kama ti 2024 we nso no ye be ye bibia na bibia nso atumi aye kama nti ye da mosepa
mo fa camera na no mempe essential for rented press for na ya frefre mo na ya mamo envelopes na mo kugina wa ya twere question no na ya de amamo simu nko bisa no me wo frɛ me ha me nko pehwe ye ewo ho very well de me hwɛ ne mensaka was this a register no eye pepe pa techi no nka ya nya dan ye nya exhibition register no ye kama se ne register bia ye de ato aba wo Ghana ho Nemonsa register no ye pepe pa akaya nya dan ye nkoye se ye ma ye nya exhibition obi ankohwe ne din eti amafo akohwe wo modi an se ya transfer wo de wo kopu siga amafo ya transfer wo modi wo ko awutu senya is ya wo kwa nipa baako ni fonyi da so be enan with voter code numbers no different over 3,000 ya transfer wo ade wo ko honorable Akuffo in constituency ya onye aware timamufo no so transfer mo no enye aware and you are telling us say register no credible robust and it fits say de bekwa akoto 2024 elections sabi you should be aware bejimifo etese wo This will be our Benjamin Fortes wo kasano. Sabi se me prebiasa this will be our Benjamin Fortes wo bossman and the beji we yedi. Fi kasa na na mo free say muti hwi ese no obi a ye yesu atwi papa. Sa register no ye pepe pa and clear kasa obi an ko check ni din. It means say errors e wo register no ye was ye correct. Admit it in the first place say man for raise concerns aba say ya transfer bi mo kwa ya giatum eyemfonso ne baaye na fonso baaye no electoral commission no o ma identify sa errors ni nyina na de to mo santwefo anim say ehia momoa na asesi ameka say de ye corrections na ye de register na ma ye political parties no ne mom register ye be hand over to political parties after sa exhibition exercise ya yi ebe ye register mfumsu bi anya dan enihu register na me says ewo mu no wo say a robust and credible. We useless. And obasa omane bo amamo omunyi we ni Jibril mu any computer man Mahama ani wona abujilo zebra mu omunyi we ni Dr. Callistus mu ne Josibutari bawa Sandogbe bra wo bre ona abujilo zebra mu omunyi sa register we ni. Oh, buku and Papa Jimmy o. What Jimmy? Buku and Papa Jimmy o. What Jimmy? And I want to say a deliberate. See a bear bonny. But to Ghana ha. Say the medical can say, will be a wire now genesa or the jabato or my women, send the panel so obeda. Say a ya dear man favor one particular party and one particular a year candidate. That Nipano agenda and that agenda will never live to see the light of the day. Ghana will not die and Ghana will not burn. The 6th of March 1957, ya Ghana nya efa hundie no. Enei, womo nama omaye fita ni humo. Within 3 weeks, omaye fita no. I'm not here to mention names. That's you humo. The will of change. The will of the people. Ghanaians are, yearning for change. So you can't change anything. Yeah, Nyakopon actually ewosoro. You can organize press conference upon press conference. Useless one, you can decide to say whatever that you want to say. But Ghanaians are discerning. On the election day, we be kodu na ni din anymore asembesi. Sa asam no eni empese besie. So my way, your mind ba kope. Yasumdwe are very, very paramount. Asumdwe yantono wa Central Market Kumase, asumdwe yantono Kejetia Market, asumdwe yantono Malata Market, and asumdwe yantono wa Makola and Akanishi Market. On my way be biase wo my way. Those in the helm of affairs. Sabe kwasa samukwa no mukatira Ghana for. NDC way, we yan yesi hospital si che will be a hospital in a way. Naponam no kan kwase asem. NDC hospitals, yen yes hospitals no way. Which hospital when see ye? Napon we yare wunya COVID ni adokoto hen. UGMs na ya wona na see ye. Maritime hospital na e papa na see ye. Se wo hospital na wa Asante region e wona na see ye. Military hospital ya wa e afari no e wona na kan so na see ye. Papa government hospital wo see na see ye. Maritime hospital wo na na see ye. Dodo wa government hospital wo na na see ye. Mo kan kwase asama mo ncham achievement na mo nya Jimmy Sam na mo koja platform so a na mo di Mahama tam na mo to ayempia mo gabe betena ya say mo gabe ne sam na no hye na pot nam no ka Jimmy Sam na pot nam no ka Jimmy Sam actually NDC. And who is Napo? One nam no ka Jimmy Sam actually NDC. Yes ye nya no ka Jimmy Sam sa enko. Gani say wo jira won wo hwe ni wa hwe ase. Me say we have 3 months to go. We have 3 months to finish the job. We have 3 months to take over this country. We have 3 months to make sure, say, Ghanaians the suffering. Yeah, Ghana for Komuno. We have 3 months. Yeah, we have 3 months. Say, the change Abama Ghana for. We have 3 months. Yeah, the 24-hour economy. We have 3 months to go. See, COVID levy, useless levy. Everybody, I'm for. the will of the people. Nobody. No bagger bigger can change it. Message you saw ya bear man. 1 year mom make sure say obese o ma we. Obeda. And na koko. Ja me do makonya ho ma wotie. Omo sha Ghana fo bufuo. Omo sha Ghana fo bufuo. Me do koko lebu sesi a. Near so be a resource one useless resource or manager now or they should bring it on. Bring it on. Useless managers at the Kolebu Teaching Hospital. Ye nipa ewo a man for acquire surgery to me. Useless ones managing the first of this country. Baga bigger for. Some more prevent a candle. Now a candle eba Kolebu say wabaye slash ewo a year left anya juma. Now I say ko mamu notice or notify mo useless ones. Or notify one na papa. No so obaya dey. Mutuana bosome so ya de taxpayer so ne tua mo kanu. Munni munyansa say ade maintenance ade hu hia. Candle watch say wo ye bema. I was here started so kwakwa chia sabe ajimi for way. I was here take so kwakwa chia sabe ajimi for way. No mo say my Ghana ye mini umi enu nyina dia. Few family be anya say my way o mo man. We have 3 months to go. We have 3 months to take over this country. Waso ya bema. Waso ya bema. Say obeba will be ankwa ahwere no. No be a president to send pano me say obeda. Ghana will not die, Ghana will not burn. Akando, ranking member on the head committee. Ekwa di okwo Kolebu is Kolebu Teaching Hospital is here and every
6th of last month.
J.Mensah and I just say akwakoto almost EC office. So I just say almost transfer of vote. I just say Mugabe Ababil expose almost big time. I don't know. Ama NDC Gǔrǔs now strike hard on them abusuya and some na kosono and no enya ya but they abija fast say omoje pene kokoti sa in some way edemai aha POG Media political trending stories are make waves no yen so ya atum say edebebrem very much.